Hello, everybody, and welcome to CastleTales, where we play D&D and other tabletops in our cozy castle studio. Hello and welcome to our little cozy castle. We're playing Hot DQ for the Dragon Queen tonight, right?
I love some hot DQ.
Some hot DQ.
Chicken tendies in a blizzard.
Yum.
Hot DQ. We're gonna get censored for that. It's too close. And we are on episode 18 of this Hot DQ. And I just want to say thank you for joining us. Our sponsors for tonight are Tabletop Audio, even though they don't know about it. We use their audio pretty much every night. Absolutely love it. Mostly because, copyright free. We just give them a shout out. I also support them on Patreon, but overall they just got really great stuff. So definitely check them out. They serve, literally any setting. I was looking for a sea shanty town song, and
Four times.
yeah, Jesus Christ. And they had like a sea shanty town song. No, see, I can't even say it 3 times fast.
I can't even say a sea shanty 3 times fast.
I can't say it once fast. Oh, Christ. But they had a 1940s boardwalk.
Ooh.
Sounded cute. I didn't pick it because it didn't seem appropriate for this setting.
Oh,
But,
okay,
if I was in a 1940s boardwalk setting, it would be very appropriate. And it'd be nice that they had it.
There are some boardwalks on the map as you're walking from the boat to shore.
That's very true. But yeah, so thank you very much, Tabletop Audio. We appreciate you.
I would like to give a shout out to the artist Morovoy on Patreon. I use his maps a lot for Tyranny. And I will probably continue to use his maps for a lot
Awesome.
for doing.
Righteous.
Yeah, I found him on Patreon, and he's got some pretty nice looking detailed scenes.
That's pretty cool.
It takes out the extra prep and legwork of having to make the map myself.
Yeah, I can imagine that's extremely helpful. I can only imagine they spend a lot of hours doing all that, and it's good to support your artists.
Absolutely.
Another shout out. Thank you to our DM Owl tonight. I'm a magic owl. He's a magic owl. We're all magic owls.
Woohoo, motherfucker.
Thank you very much for hosting and prepping the game tonight. Well, I guess we're hosts, but you prep. I don't know. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. And thank you to Doe. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
My name is Doe, and I use she, her pronouns, and I play a tiefling barbarian in this campaign named Euphoria.
For ya.
Yeah, and she is quite Amazonian, and she's like 9.5 feet tall, and 450 pounds, and she is also a hit woman. So on this adventure with Gorsh.
Bastard. 9.5 feet. God, I always forget how tall she is. Freaking huge.
I guess we can say, I think Bobby's trying to dig up under the
Bobby.
wall again.
Heathens.
I think
I'm
we
gonna grab
say
He doesn't know how to get out of here.
a solid thanks to Chan for setting up all the cameras and audio and making sure this stream runs smoothly. So, do you wanna explain a little bit about your character?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the shout out. So I play Gorsh, Spear of Groosh, a orc paladin, a conquest paladin in the name of Groosh. He comes from a village of orcs that decided to, not only follow Groosh, but imbue themselves with his power and go on a murdering spree, basically. He is unfortunately the only one left of said murdering spree, but here he is on his adventures with Euphoria, and he's doing his best to make his god proud. He's had a near-death experience once, and unfortunately it wasn't a whole death experience, but Next time, it'll be a better death, and there won't be any healers, and he'll get to go to Orc Heaven. That is Gorpsh, Spear of Gorpsh. Oh, and his buddy Ganache, also now Spear of Gorpsh. He got a promotion.
I didn't even talk about my sidekick. There's Nightshade. There's a nice little fairy who is way too old to be on this adventure, but she's here.
Age is all how you feel inside. Alright.
Nightshade, played by Doe, but voiced by Chad.
Yes, voiced by no other but Chan.
Alright, well, ready for episode recap? I can hit my notes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Let's do it. Episode 17. Let a dragon loose. Doe's ring summons a dust method named Dirty Dan. Well, you figured out what your magical dust of infinite dirtiness did. So that was the first thing we did. Then we woke up the next morning after attuning to the items that we had acquired and meeting Dan. And we awoke to find our egg empty. The shiny white egg that we had been toting around for some time now. Whatever was inside of it was gone. The captain, as we explored the ship, we were met by the captain, who informed us of a rodent carcass problem on the bottom deck of the ship. Which, I guess apparently we were part of the crew at that point, and we were on pest control, so we had to go check out whatever was causing all these rodent issues. So we went below deck. I used my Ikawa to speak Draconic and call for what we assumed was the dragon downstairs. I think Euphoria put 2 and 2 together that maybe whatever was in the egg might have also been downstairs.
Yes.
And the spear that I used, I had previously acquired and had enchanted by a blacksmith to help me speak Draconic on our adventures. So we found it in a corner, nomming on some rats, and as Euphoria approached it, it actually attacked her. It swiped back. It felt very defensive and territorial. And so using my staff, I was able to understand that it asked for food. So I gave it some of the gator that I had fished out of the river on our way here. And Euphoria gave it a gold coin, and it started chanting, "More! More!" Unfortunately, we had started a dragon horde. So we decided to just leave him downstairs to his own devices, because that's probably the best thing to do with a baby dragon.
Yeah.
And we did more gator hunting. Drinking beer, doing gator hunting. And we found, or fished up 2 more gators each, so 4 gators. A large white wolf was seeming to follow the boat as we neared Baldurs Gate as well. Very suspicious. It was shaggy, white, and much larger than a normal wolf. And
Sorry.
at the end of the episode, we had finally arrived at the port city of Baldurs Gate.
Very, very nice. Doe, do you have anything that you would like to add?
We named the dragon Moth Dragon.
That's right, that did happen.
And also we are at port with the wormling, so
Alright.
yeah.
Very good.
Moth.
Yeah. Moth
You wanted to
Dragon.
name him Mothman, but he objected because he's not a weakling man. He's a dragon.
Yeah.
Dargan. Moth Dargan.
And we didn't settle on Moth Wormling because we wanted him to be a man version of a wormling.
That's true.
So a dragon.
Not a moth boy, he's a moth man.
So, Euphoria, do you have Moth Dragon like wrapped up in your cloak, or how are you carrying him off this boat and into the city?
If he would allow me to carry him, I would try to sneak him into my jacket, like a little bird.
Do you need to like communicate with him that he can't be seen in the city or something? Or...
Yes. I'm gonna go find Gormsh. What are you doing? What are you doing?
We just docked, so I guess he's.
Sorry, I was
I don't
asking
know what are we
Gormsh, what are
doing
you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't take my voice enough.
What are we doing here? I forgot what we're doing.
If you'd like a broader story recap, I can definitely give you one of those. I'd like to give one at the start of every session as well.
That was
start recording.
Okay.
I'll do a shorter one this time, but a few sessions ago, you met with Onthar and Leosin to discuss the cult of the dragon. Yeah, Bubby, that's right. Onthar didn't believe your feats of prowess in raiding the cultists' camp, and required to see a few party games done. After he was thoroughly satisfied with that, you both drunkenly had a conversation with them about following the cult of the dragon and finding out where they're taking the treasure.
That's right.
They told you that the cult should be moving through Baldurs Gate in the next week or so, and that you guys would actually probably arrive a couple of days before they would in town. So you'd have to keep your eyes out to watch for them and make sure you would see them coming through. They provided you provisions to set sail down the Kyanthar River, and you've spent the last few days doing your review, your recap. Roll into that. Yeah, I think I'd like to do like a full story recap, and then we can like roll into the last episode's recap if you want to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that worked great. That was very helpful.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to know or remember? Well, I think there's a lot you might like to know, but I can't tell you this.
Who done it?
Where are they going? What's his name?
Okay.
They also gave you the name of his contact in
That's right.
Baldurs Gates, a caravan connoisseur named Akin Celeban.
That's right. Ackland Cinnabon. Speak with trader Ackland Cinnabon, north side of the wall. She'll get us in as gods. That's right. We're supposed to be looking out for cultist leaders, but not the half-black dragonborn lady because she'll be hidden. Sailors to Baldurs Gate, janky ass bow. Oh yeah, the Constantine. That was our bow.
Got you here safely.
It did. Not too janky. So okay. Do we know where in the city we've pulled in?
I'd say you've pulled in somewhere on one of these kind of docks here.
Okay.
And this would be north side of the city.
That side. Towards you.
Yeah. Wherever the mouse is.
Cool.
Just hide that down there, maybe. Yeah.
Alright. So as we pull in, like, what's kind of the state of the city at the moment? Just bustling about?
The docks look pretty busy. You can see other ships starting to kind of throw line and I don't know boat terms, so unhitch from the dock. It looks like the city is starting to get into full swing. It's probably about 10 or 11 in the morning. You can see some boats are unloading cargo and others are loading cargo on. And it just looks like, as you look down past the dock, you can see the streets are kind of, I'd say, semi-crowded with people walking around, going about their business.
It's a fresh city day. Oh, you were asking me what I'm doing. All the way back to where we started. Okay. We're full circle now. Now I know what we're doing in the city. Would have finished getting ready. He's got all his armor on. Well, I don't know. He's probably doing some adventure in the city, so there's no real point in putting the armor on. I guess he's got his casuals. Oh, Bobby, what's that?
Bobby, don't drive me nuts tonight. Okay. Yes.
I'd say he's wearing like a surprisingly fresh pair of slacks and a nice leather tunic with his casual boots on, some like canvas pants, and
Does he look nicer than usual?
You've pretty much only really ever seen him in his armor. So
Okay.
this is, I think, the first time you've seen him just in like a casual dress, and his leather tunic kind of like cuts down a little bit, so like his little
Jesus
orc titties kind of peck down a little bit. He's got a couple like little swirlies. Just very casual, you know. And he's, I think, kind of moving about the boat, seeing if asking if any of the sailors need assistance. If they're whatever cargo they're unloading, he'd be helping.
Okay. Euphoria still has that like fur cloak, I think. Let me make sure. I think I do. And she's wearing that on this day. Yes, she does. And she's going to approach Gormsh as soon as she sees him, and she's gonna be like, "Psst, hey, can I borrow your
You need the spear? Where are you going with it?
I need to communicate with the wormling."
I mean, yeah. Just don't lose it.
Is he gonna actually give it up, or is he gonna try to like hang on to it?
It's below deck. He left all of his armor and weapons downstairs. Or are we supposed to be like getting off the boat entirely?
We're supposed to be getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your trip was from, where were you before? Elturel to Baldurs Gate. That was the voyage.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, he would have left it downstairs for now. Like it was all packed up, but he's got it downstairs while he's helping unload stuff. And I think he would just say, you could borrow it downstairs.
Is the wormling downstairs?
The wormling's on top deck, like curl around your foot, or it was at least until you stepped away.
Okay.
It's just kind of like sitting on top deck.
Just don't leave the boat with it.
Okay. She's going to make her way down below and kind of like crouch down as she's like working her way below deck and look for his spear, and hopefully it's his. I don't know. I don't know if she like. I don't know if there would be multiple ones, but hopefully she finds it.
The Yucca one looks different than the spear. It's got like a longer blade, I think.
Okay.
I have to look up a picture for it, but it would be recognizably different than the normal spears.
Okay.
You would see like, doesn't it have like runes on it too?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got carved runes, and I think it does have a longer blade on it.
Okay. You just use spear and Yikawa interchangeably? You personally?
No.
Okay. I thought you said spear a while ago.
Oh, did I?
You do carry, I think you called it a spear once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay,
I
you're
didn't not doing it intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah, the Yikoi, you can go grab that.
Okay.
I might have been because he's spear group, not Yikoa, but
Euphoria, you would also recognize this this weapon. You recognized it way back in chapter 3 at the cultist's camp.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It'll be the same one.
Okay.
I think maybe he calls it a spear because he maybe doesn't know the difference between. He doesn't know it's a Yikoa. Well, I guess he would.
I don't know.
I never really got all that specific with that.
I thought you used your Yikoa for like hand-to-hand combat, and then you left your spears for
Mostly chucking.
Yeah, that's what I thought you did.
That's normally what I do because I don't want to chuck the Yikoa.
Because you carry both, right?
Yeah, I do carry both.
So.
Yeah, I guess maybe in conversation, I use them interchangeably sometimes. Cause, I don't know. I'll be more specific.
Okay.
I hadn't paid enough attention to it until you said something.
Okay.
But yeah, you could tell the difference between the Yikoa and the normal spears. The spears aren't decorated or ruined. The Yikoa is, and the blade's longer.
Okay. So yeah, she'll find his Yikoa and grab it, and she has never had the opportunity to just have this weapon in her hands by herself, because you usually grab onto it as well when I was using it for speaking last time, and she kind of just like doesn't understand why this thing is so special to you, and she doesn't see it like light up or anything. It doesn't do anything for her. She's just like, oh, Ben, and she just
Heavy stick.
and she goes back above deck and tries to find the wormling.
I'll say it like crawled up on a box or something, just like sunbathing.
Okay.
Just screaming at sailors. Mine, more.
She crouches down next to this crate that it's perched on, and she's about eye level with it, and she'll tell him, okay, I need you to just hang out in my jacket for the time being, and I'll get you somewhere safe.
He's just like eyeing you side, like he's like laying out sideways, and like you're staring at the side of his head, right? So he's just looking at you with one eye, and like slowly blinks. He's like, I want meat first.
Okay. I guess I am your, what did you call me last time?
Servant.
Yeah.
More meat, servant.
Meat servant.
Meat servant. She
That
grabs.
sounds very dummy.
She grabs a piece of the crocodile that she caught with Gormsh a couple of days ago or the day before, and she'll just give him like some of it that has already dried out.
He's gonna like flick his nose over it, and like, this isn't fresh.
No. Give him the fresh. The dry one's for us.
She reaches back in her bag. I have 2 different sets of rations in here, don't I? Or did I add them all together? I don't know.
We got like 4 gators worth of rations at this point.
So you guys like dried 2 of them, and 2 of them are still like,
Okay.
I don't know, fresh-ish.
Okay.
How many rations are the other 2 worth? Now that they're finished. I don't remember if you rolled already for that.
They're worth 8 each.
Okay.
I did not roll last time. So.
I finished up a gator, 12 rations by 2. That was the very first gator.
Yeah.
So that one's done.
The second 4 are also worth 8 each.
Cool.
She grabs some of the raw meat that's in her bag, and it's slimy to touch almost. And she chucks it in the air for him to catch.
Just like gnaws it and puts a paw out and like pins it down, just like starts like devouring it. And then he says, show me your arm. Show me your arm, or something like that. Or present your arm.
He's gonna chomp you.
She is kind of hesitant to do it at first, but lays out her arm in front of him, in front of his face.
He's gonna sniff your palm a couple of times, and then like slowly slither up onto your arm and like in around your waist.
Okay.
Hang out inside the jacket somewhere. The cloak.
Awesome.
You have a deployable dragon now.
I do. Yeah, she's just gonna get up from her kneel.
Deployable wormling. Deployable asshole. Just toss it out and it makes snarky ass.
Meat servant.
I thought you said you were taking me to safety meets or
Yeah, she's just gonna get up from her kneel and she's gonna just like try to cover her body completely with this cloak and maybe even like take a piece of small rope from her bag and kind of make like a belt cinch around so he's like underneath it to kind of not cause so much attention to her waist.
Try to hide him a bit.
Yeah.
So, what's the end game with this little guy?
She gives you back. Can he understand me? Can the wormling understand me if I give him back the Yikawa? Okay. So I give you back that Yikawa, and I'm not sure yet, but I hope it's good.
Okay. You might have to teach the dragon common. Could be helpful.
Do you know how?
Sorry, I just had the image of like every evening for like 2 hours, just Gorms with his spear and a little dragon on a desk or something. It's like, just saying words in Draconic and then saying them in common. Just like, repeat after me.
I didn't know if he's having another like PTSD flashback with dragons, like trying to teach him or something.
No, he's just remembering that he's only been able to read himself for the last couple years. It took him like 20 years, or it took him 30 years to teach himself to read.
Oh no! How old is he?
I don't know how, I think I made him like 50 or something. It took him a while. How old am I? How old am I?
Be like
I'm 42.
42,
Yeah.
okay.
It took me 30 years to read, so to learn to read, and I started when I was 10, so I've only been able to read for a couple years.
Okay.
Well. He's just like, maybe I'm not the best teacher for that. Other things, like stabbing. I'll teach him stabbing. You can teach him reading. I gotta get this box.
Hooked on Draconics.
Oh no.
Euphoria's gonna make herself off this boat since she has all of her stuff with her. And I don't feel like carrying a whole bunch of stuff with a wormling attached to my waist is the best idea. So.
I'll go downstairs and throw all my stuff in my bag of holding, or I guess it's already in there. I'll grab my bag of holding and grab my Yukawa, tie it back to the bag, and I'm ready. Send me in, coach.
Set off down the boat. The captain waves farewell to you up from the deck as he's still working. Just gives you a big wave and says, good luck on your journey. And then he just turns back and keeps working on the ropes that he was tying.
Farewell. Thank you for the voyage.
He seems to pay you no mind after he turns back around. It's just going back to work. He's a simple man. So you guys are like around here somewhere, I guess.
Cool.
The city looks like it's probably a couple miles wide, maybe a mile wide, mile large, long. Looks like it'll probably be about a mile and a half walk to where you're trying to go.
Okay.
More than welcome to stop at any shops along the way. However, I know you guys spent most if not all of your gold last city, so hopefully there's no shopping spree. But we can improv anything as we go. So.
Is Vince and Bob's a franchise?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, it's run by his cousin Barry.
Barry's burlap and bums. It's a bakery.
Yum.
Oh, we go there. Just kidding.
I was thinking berry blue balls, so it's better than what I thought it was.
What kind of shop is that? The juggling supply.
Yeah, literally.
Just walk in. It's actually Burley. Burley's running the store.
Burley.
What up?
Anything to sell? Gold and sapphire rings, master cut gems. So I'll go see if I can find a jeweler.
Did I tell you how much those were? If not, I need you to tell me. Fuck. I don't know where you got those. Did you get those at?
I have 6 master cut gems and a gold sapphire ring. Why did I put the value of that? I'm so fucking idiot. There's literally a spot for cost.
I need to take better notes. I already take better notes, but I need to take better notes. I did solve your mushroom crisis, so if you want to find that out later, we can do that.
Okay. Do I have to do that during a long rest?
We can do it during a short rest.
Okay. Yeah, I found a mushroom. I did.
That's right, we weren't sure what it was. What it did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could look around as you're walking down the streets for a jeweler or something.
Yes. Yes, but it was a jeweler or at least like some kind of general trader.
Yeah, I'll say you find a jewelry store, just kind of walking down the way. You look in the window and you can see lines of boxes with glass, excuse me, glass cases with different gems and jewels and jewelry all like laid out nicely in them.
Okay.
Do you want to go shopping?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of shiny things, so I'm trying to unload, but yeah, let's go selling.
I used to steal from the store all the time.
I mean, I'll have them pretty distracted, plausible deniability. Anyways.
As you walk in, you see a large half-orc kind of stand up next to you, and he says, "Excuse me, sir, but I'll need you to leave the bag, or at least your weaponry at the door."
Can I leave it inside the door?
Yeah, you can leave it here with he's like pointing right next to him.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll
There's
handle
little
the
cubby
giggle
spots there for weapons. That you
like an umbrella stand.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
drop
much.
it in there. And then just like drop that one, and then like the 5 spears on my back.
I also put my bag up there as well. This is a new policy.
Javelins. I got javelins, spears, and vehicles. Alright. Well, from my bag of holding, I will take out the sapphire ring, place it on the counter, and the bag of masterly cut gems.
How many were in there?
6.
She has 6. I think you guys split them, right?
I think so. So it was a dozen.
Put
And Mark
them in
6?
here.
I don't know. Maybe we split gold and gems? I think that's what we did.
I don't even have those in here.
I might look for something. Oh, there it is. No. There it is.
That's 6 Masterly Gems.
Master Cut.
Oh, no. There's only 6.
Only 6.
The patch only had 6 to begin with.
I don't think you
Okay.
gave me any of those.
Okay.
I think
You
it's
got
all-
this. You got the pearl, the string
Yes.
of pearls, so that you had to
Yeah.
get back
Yeah.
to Granny, whatever the fuck her name was.
Okay.
Everyone in town recognized them because you were wearing them blatantly on your arm.
She's wearing them again today with her nice fur cloak.
You gave it
You
back.
give them back.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to remove them then.
He did pay you for them. Though. I don't remember how much. I do remember he gave you something.
Okay. God, I need to fix my inventory. My inventory's all over the place.
That's exactly how mine is for Phalite, so. Got notes on my phone, I've got notes in my notebook, but I don't remember which one's right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll set the bag of gems and the ring down on the counter and say, I'd like to have these, look.
I think the half orc is going to tell you, or say, I think the correct word you're looking for is appraised. However, I'm not the appraiser. I only sit here to watch your weapons and make sure no one steals from this place. He's going to give you like a side eye.
Oh. I just assumed you owned the place. Never mind.
Film profiles over here.
He's going to call out, Phil, you got a customer.
Well.
And you see this old dwarf come walking out. He's like almost hobbling. He's so old.
Of course, it's a dwarf under his breath. Got the orc at the door and the dwarf at the fuck. Just mumbling nonsense.
She's gonna elbow you.
Right.
Dwarf's gonna come up to the counter. He's like, "Oh, well, hello there, young man. What can I do for you today?" He's just like,
I need you to praise these.
appraise these.
No, all of them.
Appraise all of them.
How do you praise them? You just like
Tell
hail
them.
Satan or
Tell them nice things. I don't know.
He's gonna start. He's gonna like stare at you for a second. He's gonna say, "All right, let's start with this ring here." Then he's gonna kind of pull out one of those magnifying glass things with like, they have like 4 different like spindles, you know, and each one you put under just it magnifies the. Yeah, one of those.
Fucking
Cool.
go-go gadget eye thing.
And you know, put the ring up under there. You know, looking through it. So, oh, this is fantastic quality. Where did you happen to come across such a wonderful piece of jewelry? Is this?
It was in my bag. I just pulled it out.
Where did you get it before it was in your bag, good sir?
Ask a lot of questions just to praise this thing. I found it in the bottom of a dungeon.
He says that you did actually find it in the bottom of the dungeon, so you're not wrong.
Task failed successfully. I lied truthfully.
I was gonna say that, you could probably fetch roughly 900 gold pieces for this ring.
Nice. Deal.
I'm not buying it.
Why?
I craft my own jewelry and sell it here, and he like displays all the jewelry he has.
But this would be a pretty nice one for your collection.
I only sell my jewelry.
Oh.
You'll have to find someone else to buy.
He's got
What-
good stuff.
What about the gems? You could use them in your jewelry.
I could do that. You're correct. Now let's take a peek at them. And he kind of dumps them out into his hand and lines them all up on his little glass machine and just kind of stares at them all. It says, I would buy each of these from you for 100 gold each.
That's pretty good. Alright. About 600 for the bag.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Deal. Trade.
I'm going to like hobble to the back, and you can hear something like clicking back there. You hear it, and you're like, oh, he's unlocking a lock back there, or a safe back there. That's kind of what it sounds like. Kind of spinning of the knob.
I was about to say, can I get a perception of the room while he's doing that?
You can roll perception, sure.
This is how we
Oh, that's
thrown
not the
in
right
jail
dice. My bad,
immediately
sorry.
upon entering Baldur's Gate.
Throw it in
Roll a
perception.
D12. Where are my skills?
You're looking around this room, and a lot of the jewelry looks really nice. Like, and you can see the prices too. There's some that are 900. There's some that's 1200. There's 16. There's some that are like platinum, worth platinum pieces, and you can see they're just big, gaudy rings or necklaces, or like they've just got a giant stone inside something. But you also notice that the orc, or the half orc, is he's watching you two like a hawk, pretty much.
Okay.
It's pretty much his job to watch the customers at the store. So
Okay.
And we're the only ones in there too, probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Can we pause for a second? I need
Yeah.
to blow my nose.
Yeah, you're all good.
We're at an hour. You want to take a couple minute break?
Yeah, we can do that for the stream.
All right. We'll be right back after a couple minutes. Thanks for hanging out. And welcome back to CastleTales. We are in the middle of selling gems and shit.
Gemzilla.
And almost stealing gems, but I'm being watched like a hawk.
Roll a perception check for me, Euphoria.
19.
While you're, I'll say that with the last perception check you made, you can also see Moth Dragon's head peering out from, like, between your cloak.
Oh god.
And he's, like, just, like, staring at all of the,
No!
all of the cases in the jewelry.
Is the way that Euphoria is angled, can the orc see the wormling's head popping out of my cloak?
No, both your backs are kind of, like, turned to him.
Okay. I'm not gonna stop him for what he wants to reach for. I mean, if he's going to. If old man is still busy in the back, you know?
What about the orc watching us?
Well, my hands are around Gormsh's waist. So I kind of like pull him a little bit closer to me.
Just behind me, like.
No, like side by side.
Oh,
And like
okay.
I pull him a little bit closer.
I mean, you're 9.5 feet. I feel like your arm might be around my shoulder.
It might be. Because you're like 6, right?
Yeah, I'm only 6'8". Only. I'm fucking tall too, but
Okay, so she like brings you maybe around the shoulder. You're a little bit lower.
I'm still almost 3 feet shorter than you. I'm almost 7 foot tall. I'm fucking huge. I'm a giant orc. You're still 3 feet taller than me.
She's gonna just like try to pull him a little bit closer to kind of like not create a gap at all between us. And I don't know what Gormsh is like thinking during all this, but I don't know what the dragon is also going to do either, but she's not going to stop him.
He just glanced at you when he said, "Now's your chance to steal something," and then he's just watching the door over the counter.
Okay.
Watching the door.
Moth Dragon's going to, like, kind of unravel himself from around your waist and crawl down your leg. And crawl to the floor and, like, scurry past your guys' feet and go, like, kind of up under the cabinet area. He's, like, slinking along underneath the cabinet,
God.
like, looking up every now and then at what's in there.
I thought he was just gonna like grab something with his mouth in range, or like, you know, like swipe something off this counter with all this beautiful jewelry. This is not what I had in plan. I forgot he's really drained.
It's probably illegal to smuggle a dragon into the city, right?
Yeah, but when do we follow the law? You know, like, I don't feel like this
I'm
is
not
like...
saying we follow the law, I'm just saying that guards will be pissed.
You hear the old man come hobbling back out. He's like, "Oh, well, I got your bag of gold right here," and he kind of sets down a heavy chunk of gold and 600 to pay for those six gems.
Nice.
Is there anything else I can help you two with today?
Do you carry anything else other than jewelry? Trying to get his back out.
Just gonna like look
As
up.
we're standing in this jewelry store, I feel like it's got like a giant diamond on the fucking front side.
It's literally...
Gunthar's diamonds and jewelry or some shit. You got anything else on the jewelry?
She's trying to keep him distracted because of Wormling. Okay.
No, sweetheart, I don't think I do.
No, it's fine. She's going to,
What about, like, you know, tools and stuff? For doing crafts.
You guys
of
are
jewels.
You guys are talking
Crafts.
with the old man right now. Like you're just like a conversation like this, right?
Yeah.
You hear a loud crash come from the back room.
Oh no.
We don't have the gold to pay our way out of this. Just saying. I may have my Yukawa.
And he's gonna stop, look at you two, and then like run to the back, like hobble run to the back.
She's gonna look around really quickly, like looking underneath the table to see if she can see the wyrmling at all.
The half orc is also like moving towards you guys, but to move around you to go to the back of the room as well.
Yeah, you should go check that out. There could be a robber back there or something.
Or a dragon.
I know.
You're gonna hear the old man like scream like, "Ah, get away!" And he's gonna like, you're gonna hear his like, walking cane like banging off the sides of shit in there. It's just like hitting it off like table legs and stuff. And then, he's gonna yell like, "How did dragon get in here?"
Yeah. Well, what?
And the next thing that you're gonna see is Moth Dragon comes scurrying out of the back room with a very large diamond necklace just like hooked in his mouth and just like dragging behind him. And he's gonna like come scurrying out and come scurrying back to you.
Okay.
I drop
along
the
the
bag.
floor.
I sling my bag of holding off of my shoulder as quickly as I can.
Your bag of holding's on the wall.
No, I gave him my Yukawa.
Oh, I thought it was the bags were on the wall. Okay, never mind.
How big is the wormling?
Probably 7 or 8 inches long.
Okay.
Its main body mass. I guess probably like maybe 12 to 15 inches long.
Can I attempt to scoop him into my bag of holding?
Sure. Can you make a dex check for me?
Yes. Just straight up dexterity. Yeah, that's a real good one. Oh my god, yes. 6.
Moth Dragon sees you like swinging down to scoop him up, and he like scurries around some more and
Yeah, he
like
does.
goes like hides somewhere else. And,
Oh, he's a wily rascal. God damn it.
Euphoria's gonna go back to that. While you're like already like down there, she's gonna go back to that wall because she did hang her bag back up. And she's going to grab a piece of raw meat from her bag.
by this time, both the half orc and the old dwarf have moved back out of the room to see where the dragon had gone.
Okay. Are they looking at us?
They're like looking around, much like you were when you're looking for it. They're kind of like looking
Okay.
behind shelves and stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna just be like, come here, moth dragon, come here, moth dragon, and she's gonna like wave the raw meat like in front of him, see if he'll like come with her buddy.
Gorm's just yelling, "Oh my god, I'm so surprised by this thing I've never seen before. This is such a surprise to me. I had no idea this was gonna happen." That part's true. This is a surprise. What is that thing? Why do you have a dragon in here?
So they haven't quite spotted the dragon yet. Thanks to my shitty rolls. Moth Dragon doesn't understand you, but he understands you waving meat in his face.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll
He
take
doesn't
it.
understand your words. He just hears mutterings as you wave this meat, so he's gonna like kind of follow it a bit.
Okay.
He's gonna like open his mouth and drop the jewels, try and like bite at not your hand, but the meat in your hand.
Okay. Yeah, oh god, okay, how's she gonna do this? She's gonna motion the crocodile meat up to her waist to see if he'll like comprehend to wrap back around so she can hide him real quickly. And leave the jewels on the ground for now. But she is going to quickly grab it after I don't know if you'll allow 2 actions at once. So.
He's actually going to scoop them back up in his mouth and crawl up your leg.
Okay. Okay.
As soon as I see the tip of its tail disappear and them 2 coming back in the room, I just start like looking around everywhere, like, where'd it go? Where did it go? And, like looking under the countertops and stuff.
She's gonna clear her voice. I don't know. I think you might need to take that old man to go see if he has dementia or something. And then she's going to leave the building shortly afterwards.
You're gonna hear, after you leave, you're gonna hear like, she's a fucking just the old man whispering under his breath. I can see just fine. He's gonna like readjust his glasses.
Seems like maybe you have a bit of a rodent problem, so I'll just get out of your hair. And he'll go to grab his equipment from the umbrella stand. Sorry. And he will tip a silver to the half-orc.
Just stand back and say, thank you, sir. Have a pleasant day.
She's gonna find the nearest nearby alley and inspect the wormling's gold necklace that he stole.
He won't let you take it from him.
Okay. That's fair. I didn't plan to take it from him, but I was like planning to just like try to look.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
see what's like dangling there.
Yeah.
He's managed to like wriggle himself like half into it while he's like around your waist, and he's just like chomping on the meat that you left in there.
Okay.
I'm assuming you gave him the bait.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
He'd be upset at you.
Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. Okay.
You can see this necklace. The cord looks like it's made of like a very fine metal, like a gold chain almost. And every inch or so, there looks to be like a different precious gem that's been inlaid into like, I'd say there's like 5 of them, like around the front area.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
It looks expensive to you, but you can't tell anything more than that.
Okay. Shit is right.
I don't think that could have gone any better. There's all of our luck for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, literally.
Should we go back in there and have it appraised? Now we gotta go to a different city.
She just rolls her eyes at you.
I could just praise it.
I think it's his now.
Good job,
You can see
Nicholas.
it like, she's gonna like move a little bit of the cloak and you can see him like wrapped around her waist. And he's just like halfway in it, chomping on that meat.
He's just sitting there like,
And she like trying to reach for like one of the little like strands. She just like stops eating like just like you.
I don't think this is going anywhere anytime soon.
You can see from somewhere he's produced the gold coin you gave him, and it's just like sitting between one of his toes or something.
That's kind of really cute.
Hoard on the go.
Yeah. I'm just gonna deck him out in jewelry.
It's got a little travel bag.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to give him a little pot to put it in or something.
Oh, we need to get him a little monocle.
Oh my goodness. I'm just thinking of the dragon from Mulan.
Yeah, Mushu.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. On your way through the city, a bit more.
Yes. I want to see if I can find a blacksmith.
You know
Just
that
spin.
meme with the seagull where they turn the volume knob up to 11? That's how I feel right now, because
Shopping episode. I just want to know if I can have my spear upgraded or enchanted to give it a +1. We don't have to roleplay it out if you
Your
don't.
Yikoa?
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to not roleplay it out. We could say that you could find a blacksmith on the northern end of town, inside the city, still inside the walls, about where my mouse is.
Cool. All right. Cool. So
You
that's pretty close.
stop in, and he says it'll take him a couple of days, but he can do it for 500.
All right. Cool. We can do it. We're supposed to be a couple days ahead of the cultists, so
Yeah, hopefully that prediction's right.
maybe I got time.
If it wasn't enough time. You guys gotta go now! Leave me
Literally the next day they're here in your fucking Yikoas in the shop.
Ruh-roh. Back to the long sword.
That was a rough few episodes.
That was. He was so emo.
Go use this fucking sword. It's so calm.
Stupid.
I gotta grab my water real quick.
Emo Gorge. That was so fun.
Igor.
Igor.
You guys know.
Oh, my back.
Fell out of the sky 30 feet.
Could I, sort of waiting on potentially having to save the world. Is there any way I could grease your hammer arm to jump me ahead in the queue?
He's gonna look at you and he said, I'm a gambling man. Let's leave it to fate. He's gonna pull out. Fuck, I don't have a two-sided dice.
Two-sided die?
Yeah, why don't you flip it? Pick us heads hill. This lands on the heads, then I'll put it to the front of my cube. If not, you'll have to wait the whole time.
Fair enough.
Unfortunate for you.
All right. That's okay. I'll keep the gold. 500 it is.
Did you walk into the store as well, Euphoria?
Yeah, she's just watching this happen, but she doesn't ask for anything.
Okay. Your Yikawa will now be +1 and also have the ability to overcome magical resistances.
Blur. All right.
Or it's considered magical so that it can overcome magic. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yes. Cool. Thank you. Just stacking my eggs in one basket. If I lose this thing again, I'm gonna be upset as spaghetti.
Excuse me. So it's probably midday now, 3 p.m. or so. And you can see the kind of traffic in the city's died down a bit as you're walking towards the northern gate. Doesn't look to be any, or hardly any carts or anything moving through. Well, carts aren't allowed in the city actually. So there's not a lot of people carrying goods into the city right now. There's definitely people still flowing in and out of the gate.
So what is our plan when the cultists get here?
Kill them. Take 25% of what they got. Give 75% back.
You see how big this city is.
Yeah, you're right. 60-40.
Well, that's not No, I'm just saying. If they're taking over this whole city, there's gotta be hundreds, right?
Oh yeah, it'll probably take a while for us to kill them all. It'll be fun though.
I do have dragon now.
Yeah, we do. But if we find Cinnabon, then we can join the guards.
That's right. Weren't we supposed to do that first?
Yeah, and we can join them and then inspire them as an army to join us to kill the cultists.
What's the time of day right now?
About three-ish.
Okay. We should find her. I think we were supposed to do that first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mostly first. Sort. Are you hungry? We should get some lunch.
I mean, yes, I would love to get some lunch. but I
Oh, right, Cinnabon. Okay.
yes, I mean, Cinnabon sounds amazing too, but I think we need to meet up with her first.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Cinnabon.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get a sandwich and then go over there.
Okay. Do I see any like bakeries like?
There's like some street vendors. Just,
Yeah.
like, carts off to the side.
He's already walking over to his
She just kind of just goes. Okay, and then next we go.
Right, to Cinnabon.
Right. What's the first food court she sees?
A hoagie.
I'll take a hoagie.
Yeah. He gets 3.
They're on these like. Do you remember? Do you remember going to? They're the catering for one sizes at. Schlotchkes. They have these giant pieces of bread you can get your sandwiches on. They're like this fucking big. You get one sandwich, it's this giant round like loaf.
It's like a
thing.
whole
this
loaf of bread.
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, it's the giant size. You can get the small, the medium, or the giant
Or the
size.
giant.
There's no large. There's just giant.
He got that one. I was like, God damn, that's catering for one, bro.
I was like, fuck yeah, half for lunch, half for dinner. Let's go.
Bet. All right, I'll get 2 of them.
Okay.
She gets a giant sized one.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Then you guys pay the man, and
Yes.
you're on your way, snacking as you go. Lunch as you go, I guess.
Yes. I'm walking with her hoagies too. Where was she at?
She's on the north wall.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. You'll have to find it.
Speak with trader, Akin, Celebon.
Mm-hmm.
Akin, Celebon? Akin. North side of the wall.
Akin?
Should get his nose. Oh, while I'm talking to the street vendor, I'll ask him. Hey, you know who Akin Cinnabon is? Celebon?
Outside of Baldurs Gate.
He's gonna look at you. Cinnabon? Do you
Syllabon.
do you mean Celebon?
Celebon, thank you.
Celebon?
She's such a sweet gal. Yeah, she works right outside the north gates here.
Ah.
Just head out till you see a large sign that says Celebon Selects, and you'll have found the right place.
Say hot and fresh on the window.
She takes a big bite of her hoagie and she's like, alright, we're on a mission. And she just her mouth full.
Like lettuce.
I feel like it just looks like a regular sized sandwich in your hand.
It does.
Looks
It
like
totally
an Uncrustable.
does.
Just...
Yeah! It totally does.
No, I just want to pick a food vendor that sells Uncrustables.
I saw Ricky's food truck today when I was driving.
So good.
So I'd say you spend maybe 15-20 minutes kind of walking around the outer city as you get farther and farther away from the wall. You can see the land kind of buildings dispersing more. And you see a large metal fenced in like gated yard area. And there's just like a bunch of wooden shipping crates that are laid out to make it look like there's a front stand you can walk up to, and there's like a banner hanging above it that says Celebon Selects.
Okay.
There's like a little I don't know, tag below that says the best gear for the best price. Behind the counter, you see a mishmash of humans, half orcs, a couple of orcs, just a whole variety of different races that looks to be fiddling with some sort of mechanical device or carrying boxes. And it looks like the yard that's behind this stand is full of wagons and carriages of saddles and any sort of object or item you would need to haul things across long distances.
Okay. Cool.
I'm so sorry.
I think this is the place. You got your little buddy situated.
She's gonna look back at him, and I imagine that he's probably snoozing at this point.
He is snoozing.
Okay.
Like his tongue's like dripped down the side of his mouth a little bit.
She covers him back up. I think he'll be good for a couple of hours.
All adventured out.
Yeah. That was enough zoomies for one day.
Who's a big little guy? Did you get you a little shiny? Yeah. What's Nightshade up to? What's she been doing?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Nightshade, what are you doing? What would she be doing? I feel like maybe she's like got a tiny hoagie.
She just tore off a little bit of bread and stuff from the end of the arms and made like a little.
Yeah.
Just stuff in her teeth.
Yeah, she's she had to put in her dentures and everything to eat it. The bread's a little too hard for her. Like
no, they're getting stuck.
The bread's stuck to the top of the roof of her mouth. Like it's just.
Pop them out, get the bread off, pop them in. Oh man, she's having a time with it.
Yeah. What do you think Ganache is doing?
I think since he doesn't have to breathe and to avoid suspicion, he's in the bag of holding, and he's just kind of like floating in this black nothingness. Just like kind of contemplating what used to be his life. And then in like a moment, it suddenly turns into a deep dive VR anime where he's like running through. I think he's just like floating in this fucking void, just like just chilling.
It's peaceful.
It's peaceful, yeah. No killing. Just
She's gonna look back at you and be like, "No, I've had a couple of drinks since we've had that conversation with. Oh, what was his name? Leeson?
Hmm.
Or was it Leeson?
Yeah. Monthar.
And Anthar. Why did we need to find her?
She's gonna get us in as guards.
She's gonna get us in as guards.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get cool outfits?
guys are like sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping, the city can afford half plates. I get a little upgrade. That'd be nice.
I love D&D.
Free half plate.
I love D&D.
Going straight to the guard armory.
As you're kind of standing out there discussing what you need to do, it doesn't look like there's anyone actually working the counter. There's just like maybe some like papers that are held down with a rock or something on one side, but doesn't really look like anyone's paying attention to the fact that maybe there's a customer or something.
Okay.
Are there people in the shop, or is it pretty empty?
There's people working back there. You can like shout at someone, but there's no one like, "Hello, how are you? Welcome to,"
Cinnabon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess whenever we're done talking about it.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Hello.
You're gonna see a halfling look over, like look up a bit. It's like,
Hey.
"Hello, how can I help you today?" He's just like staring up at both of you. He's like 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall.
Yeah, we're looking for Ackland Cellabon.
Euphoria's just looking straight down. Sorry. Or I'll tell you.
Halfling's just like all under boob, just trying to look at you. You can barely see your face.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. Hey, my face is up here. I know.
I can try to see you.
Christ. Oh.
He says, "Oh, well, in that case, give me one moment, and I will let her know she has company or customers." And you see him kind of run off to what looks to be like almost like the mechanical yard, and you see this lady kind of push herself out from underneath the carriage and kind of get up and dust her pants off and like wipe her hands away. And she walks over. She's like, "Well, howdy there. My name's Akin. How can I help you today?" Sorry, my Texan accent isn't the best, but that's what I'm going for.
Hey.
I dig it.
Yeah.
As she walks over, you can see that she's, what's right? How can I help you today? And she's gonna like stop and stare at you and Euphoria for a second. She's like, "Wow, you two must be pretty strong. I like that in a person." And you can see that she's also kind of fucking ripped as well. She's just like jacked.
Like, yeah, I appreciate that too. And like through his little bit of tunic, give her a little like doop doop.
Well, aren't you sweet?
Thank you, ma'am. Swole recognizes swole.
I feel like, have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
Okay, well, there's a very specific scene where Colonel Armstrong or Lieutenant whatever is like he goes to meet this this butcher, or they're at this shop, and he's also super fucking jacked, and like him and fucking Armstrong have like a whole 5 or 10 minute scene where they're just like flexing at each other and shit. Like,
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I imagine, and they're both just like.
she's over here just like flexing her triceps and like.
See, there's some nice saddles over there.
Like doing the leg stretch, showing off, like,
Just start rolling a pant leg.
"Well, my fine new friends, what can I do for you this fine evening?"
Anyways, we were sent by a couple of your friends. It's a pretty good place to talk.
"I trust all my men."
Alright. We're sent from Leosin and Onthar.
I don't know no Leeson, but Onthar's a pretty good guy.
We were sent from them to hopefully you could lead us in the path to joining the guard.
I don't work for the city.
Well, I don't know why.
What is it that you do?
I help anyone coming through who needs a carriage or a wagon to transport their supplies farther north up the Tradeway. It goes all the way up to Waterdeep, and if Lord Neverwinter gets the road repaired all the way to... Is it Neverember? Is that the name? I think it's Neverember. Neverember? I gotta look it up. If he gets the road repair all the way up to Neverember, now that trek to Waterdeep, that's 750 miles.
That's far. Holy shit.
That's far.
I've got all the best supplies for the best price. I offer... she's gonna go off and start talking to you about, like, offering... why do words escape me at the most inopportune times? Insurance. If any of our wagons break down, if you happen to lose any of your product, or she's also listing off that she can rent you out horses, she can sell you horses, like literally anything you want. She can get you set up as, she said. She also says, now I do have I am, what do you say, what's the word for when you can put in like a good word to people? There's like a word for that.
Recommendation?
Yes. Now I can put in recommendations for guards for the caravan traveling, but not for the city here.
I mean, could you put in a good word for... Do you mean like a recommendation as in you're putting in a good word for us? Or you're relying people to us to join the guard? Or...
We're looking for work. I think we could use that recommendation, yeah.
She's gonna say, well, the next caravan heads out on in about 5 to 6 days. I don't know why I looked at a watch for that.
It's got a little calendar on her wrist.
That's all she did. So if you stop by back around then I'm sure we could get you hired on as guards or something with all that muscle there. If you're looking for a place to stay, I could also recommend the Sangria Saltwater Tavern right across the way. They have cheap prices and let you stay for up to a week at a time.
Alright. Pretty good drink.
It's saltwater.
Saltwater.
Sangria, saltwater. Saltwater sangria.
I don't know a lot, but I don't think you can drink salt water.
Bless you, miss.
No, you take a shot of the salt water and you follow it with a pint of sangria.
That sounds like a very good way to have a horrible hangover. Holy Christ. Actively dehydrate yourself while drinking. I'm assuming Gorbish doesn't know any of that, so.
She's gonna say, hey, it's cheap and right around the corner, so maybe don't get the salty sangria, but
That sounds good enough for me.
I mean, it's a place to stay.
Yeah.
Then didn't you just say it was a place to stay as well for a week?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Fair.
Until the cultists get here.
Yeah. I mean, you think staying back here would be a pretty good place to, like, watch the city?
Oh yeah, I guess they'd have to go out from this gate there. Is the inn somewhere close to like where this gate is?
Like
I ask this fine.
like this gate here. Sorry, I'm circling.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's my guess where the cultists would be leaving the city once they come in, so I'm hoping to find somewhere we can kind of keep an eye on it.
The salty, or the sangria saltwater is almost like you can see some of the windows from the upper floor from where you're standing.
Cool. Alright. I think that'll be perfect.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Let's get these rooms on the corner so we can keep an eye on the gate here.
Okay.
For a shady fucker with a bunch of jangling bags, Joe. Might be a cultist. Or a rich guy, either one.
I feel like we will see the city being under attack. There'll be smoke, there'll be plumes, there'll be, you know.
You think they'll raid the city?
I don't know.
Oh, that's true. That'd be even more fun. Well, either way, let's go. I'm down.
I'm down as well.
Nightshade, sound good to you?
She's asleep. Wait, what? No,
Stuff from her big hoagie. Her meat servant.
Oh God. That's what she called him last night. Her meat hoagie.
Bring that meat hoagie over here, babe.
Giant size.
Alright.
Like
So
this.
you go over to the tavern and you arrange for rooms and everything.
We asked specifically for ones with a view of the gate on the corner if available.
He will put you guys in a room big enough for the two of you. So that's all just there right now.
Cool.
Hey, this room's got a view.
Fantastic. Alright. Go check out the room and crack open the windows, check out the view.
Drop your stuff off for a bit and take a bit of a relax before you head down to dinner, etc.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to do the fast forward button for the next few days. If that's-
We
We'll
just
s-
get drunk for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. God damn it, nose. On the day that you guys head back into town to pick up Gorpsh's Yikawa, would you both roll a perception check for me?
10.
Big money, big money, big money, no whammy. Oh, man, crushing it. 4.
Euphoria, you decide to wait outside the blacksmith's this time. Maybe it was too hot in there or something. I don't know, you're a tiefling, so maybe you like hot, actually. Never mind. You decide to wait outside on this day, and you see a pelican being carried through the city. Unfortunately, all the sides are closed. But it looks like there's someone important just sitting in this, like, it's like a carriage without wheels, right? It's got, like, the long bars on the side, and, like, there's people that have them, like, on their shoulders, and they're walking, carrying this.
Okay.
I know who that is.
You know who that is? I don't know who that is. Oh God.
It's the half-black dragonborn.
Oh. Okay, okay. Well, I don't know that. That's metagaming. I didn't know who that was. I literally...
That's my guess.
Okay.
Because I have a note that says she'll be hidden.
Oh.
It says specifically half-black dragonborn lady will be hidden as she's being brought through the city.
You do know that part, so.
Okay, okay.
You were there when Othar was discussing.
When he said that, okay.
That's just my guess too.
Okay.
So we don't know.
Can I see Gormsh through like a window talking to the blacksmith? Like when I see this happening?
Yes.
Okay. She's just gonna tap on the window real quick and see if it grabs your attention at all.
How loud is it in here? Can I hear that?
No.
Yeah, okay.
All I can hear is the like fucking bellows in the
All
back.
it sounds like is all it sounds like is one of his assistants hammer hitting off of like metal or something. It's over. Yeah.
Loud as shit in there. Great craftsmanship! It looks great!
Much appreciated.
Very nice!
He's gonna like hold up a piece of wood, or you like put a piece of wood up on like a stand, and it just like slices through cleanly.
Yeah.
You're just watching this through the window, like.
You even waxed those staff for me. Very nice.
What the hell is going on in there?
Just Gorge is just like up and down his shaft, like, oh, it's so smooth.
What?
Man.
Grippy. Grippy. All right. Good day.
Good day to you.
Orange just walks out. Whoo! Swipe some sweat off. All right. What's up?
You're still like yelling at her because
What's up? Oh, sorry. What's up?
A little muffled. Why are you screaming at me?
All right. Sorry. What's up?
The half. I'm sorry. You said it was a dragonborn. Half black dragonborn.
Yes, that's my
Okay.
name.
The dragonborn. I think they're here. I saw, and then she's going to point to the direction of where they're headed, and I don't know if we can still see. Said it was
the crowd has re-enveloped and they've maybe gone around a corner or something.
okay.
But you don't see it anymore.
Okay. I think
so.
they're here.
Where'd they go?
She's pointing towards the crowd that had, you said it enveloped, right? Somewhere through there.
What direction are they going?
They definitely look to you to be maybe meandering towards the north.
Okay.
Maybe not a direct, like, straight there, but it looks like they're, like, moving through the crowds and stuff.
Okay. I think we can maybe head through the back alleys so we don't get caught up in the crowd. But up north.
Good idea. You lead.
Yeah, she's gonna start dipping into the back alleys to try to follow that direction, but not through the crowd.
As we're running, I start pulling Ganache out of my bone. Just gotta reassemble him.
I shake my bag a little bit and wake up Nightshade.
What's happening?
I need you out too.
What's happening?
You guys pop out near the outer city gates on the north side, and why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Okay.
Both of you.
Spicy. Much better.
15.
17.
You catch the tail end of the pelican moving out into the outer city.
Okay.
There's still a line though, like they skipped the paladin, but there's a line to get out, and you can just see, like, if you stand in that line, you can just see it kind of walking off into the outer city.
Cool. Bolt after him.
Yeah.
Keep going. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going after him.
Okay.
She picks up speed.
Hopefully at this point I've gotten Ganache fully assembled. Beat him up.
Okay. I'll say you guys arrive back at the corner of Sylvan Selects and the Sangria Saltwater. Sorry, I just got lost in the fact that they all both start with 2 S's. I didn't do that on purpose at all.
What's that called in grammar when you have the double sound back to back?
I wasn't in English. I wasn't good at English. Though.
I wasn't either, that's why I don't know. It's a thing, but it...
Something in rap too, I think. Anywho, you can see Celeban is talking to someone like behind the curtain. Like the curtain's been pulled back a little bit, and she's talking to whoever's inside. after a few moments, you can see she kind of like shakes her head in disgust and just like points off in that direction, in a different direction. And she just kind of like walks off to leave the pelican to kind of head in that direction. And you can see off in the distance another yard that's kind of like hers. Looks like there's more people who run the same business as her. She didn't like the offers that the person in the pelican was giving her, so she sent them away.
Okay.
Is this outside her shop?
At the same spot like you talked to her at.
Okay. I was thinking we went like inside of a shop to talk to her. I'm thinking like the pelican would be outside, like in like a stable sort of area.
No, sorry. My imagination of this is like a large, flat, dusty ground,
Okay.
and there's just like shipping boxes that have been set up side by side, and like two poles. Like it almost looks like a vendor at like a festival kind of thing, like open front. You can look all the way into the back of her shop, but she's got like gates from the two posts around and everything, so you have to talk to her from the front, but it's still all open air.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. All right. Are the people with the pelican leaving to another shop?
Yeah, they've headed off in the direction that she waved them.
All right. We'll run up to her and
You feel like that's the right decision?
run up to Cinnabon and ask if it
Oh,
was
okay.
the Dragonborn.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I'm sorry, I didn't realize if you were talking about running up to the.
Oh yeah. No, let's go get confirmation. That was her.
Yeah. Yep, I'm following you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run up to Cinnabon and ask her. Hey, was that super casual? Was that who was that? Was that a Dragonborn?
I don't usually. She's gonna start by saying, "I don't usually disclose my clientele. How did you? What makes you come to the conclusion she's Dragonborn?"
Leosin has had us keeping an eye out for some select individuals coming through the city, and a half-black Dragonborn is one in particular.
She's gonna like look sideways and say, "Again, I don't usually give away who my clientele are, but she was a right bitch today."
Oh!
So you would be right. Although she did threaten me with coming in here and tearing my place apart if I didn't help her. I told her to fuck right off. It sounds like she might have had a few, like fucking D20. At least a few guards with her. On the pelican itself, you can see that it's like 3 bars that stick out. Like there's 2 people on. There's 12 people total, but there's like 2 people on each side.
Okay.
And 3 lines.
Okay.
So just like marching down the way. So there's at least 12 people with her. Right
Okay.
now.
Do you happen to know her by name?
Unfortunately, I do not.
And they were just looking for someone to give them transport?
They wanted to buy some of my gear and animals, but they didn't like my prices, so I said to fuck right off and see how they like the prices elsewhere.
I most likely come back.
Yeah.
Those men have to be tired eventually.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good on you.
Have a good night.
Yeah. And do you want to keep trying to follow him? Stealthily?
Stealthily, yes.
Okay, see where they end up.
Yes.
How late? I'm fine with going later, but how late do you guys want to go to? It is 8:06.
I'm off tomorrow, so I just have to work on finals.
8:30 or normal? Is 8:30 or normal time?
8's usually normal, isn't it?
So. Is 8 when you stop?
Days when I stop at like 8:30. I don't mind.
I mean,
There's kind of a certain point I want to get to.
yeah, we can make it at 8:30. That works.
Sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, we'll keep following him.
How closely are you following?
Is it still as crowded towards this outer part of the city?
It's hardly crowded at all.
Okay.
It would not be fair to say crowded is the right word. It's crowded. It's sparsely populated.
Okay.
Okay.
Then probably, I think I would want to just kind of hang out in front of Ackland's shop like we're browsing and keep them within eyesight. And once they've gotten more than, I don't know, what do you think, like 50 feet away,
Yeah.
start moving towards them?
Yeah. Like, just far enough to where, like, we can still see them, but we're pretty far behind.
And keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep an eye on, see if they find someone to get them transport.
Okay.
I don't think we're necessarily supposed to do anything, just to look for it.
Where's Phoenix C? That's the question.
And whoever does sell them stuff, we could possibly convince them to tell us where they're going, or at least which directions.
Wonder why she's of such high importance. Because they didn't tell us.
Mm-mm.
Or her name.
I think she's one of the leaders of the cult. I feel like we've met her before, but I don't know what her name is.
You saw her in episode 2 when you were trying to free Lewison. She came out of the large tent for a moment. You caused some distraction at the cave entrance, and they came out to see what was going on. Oh. Euphoria had caused it to sound like Drake was roaring inside of the hatchery.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, okay.
And she had come out along with a couple of other people, or characters. Very cool.
Got a handful of names in here. I'm just curious if I need anywhere. I don't
You
think-
actually see, as you're watching, the exchange happens, and you can see that she puts, or you can see that, as you're watching, a kind of a black hand slips out from inside the mannequin and sets a very large bag on the counter. And then the Paladins turned around and almost marching back towards you guys.
Okay. Money dropped off at the shop next to Atkins?
Yeah, they're probably like, it's probably like 120 feet out.
Okay.
Okay.
Reverse.
Marching back towards the city. Okay, so they're gotta wait on stuff to get prepped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take off back towards our rooms then and just stay out in front of them a bit.
Yeah.
And if we get to the inn and they're still following us, then I guess we'll just... Then what? I guess just duck towards the inn and watch where they go?
Euphoria is actually going to get a cigarette from Nightshade, and she's going to act like she's smoking outside of the inn, just casually, and having a conversation with Nightshade. Trying not to cause any suspicion. Yeah, actually, these are really small. Can she have like a magical effect of if it's in like a bigger hand, it can get bigger?
Sure.
That's
Okay.
what she said.
But yeah, that's what she's doing.
Alright. Which way do they go? Do they come all the way back through the gate?
They headed in a little farther, and I'll say there's like some nicer taverns that are closer to the gate, but not inside. It looks like they stopped at.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And did they leave the palanquin outside? From where we can see? Or could we see which tavern they stopped at?
I'm gonna say that you cannot see which tavern they stopped at. You just saw that they had kind of turned a corner and hadn't gone into the city.
Oh, they didn't come back into the city.
They're not like past the wall here. They're probably more like out here somewhere.
Gotcha.
On
Okay.
the outside of the wall, but closer into the city than, let's say you guys are like out here somewhere. On the far edge.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. More way out there. Oh, okay.
You're
That
like
makes
way
more
out here,
sense.
and she like stopped at some tavern in here somewhere.
Oh,
Took a
okay.
turn and went somewhere down here.
Well, I guess yeah, we'll just be. I'll be chomping on some dry gator while you smoke your stogie, and then I guess you want to see if we can walk around the city and find the paladin.
Yeah. After we see that it's stopped in that area, she's going to casually walk that way, but not seem like she's on a mission. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is probably like 7 to 8 at this point in the evening.
Okay.
Getting dark. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, can we just sort of ooh, I got a good cover. I'll before we leave the inn, I'll go in and grab a nice big tankard of ale and or two of them, come outside and give you one and say, why don't we take a walk, enjoy our drinks on the streets.
Sure, I'm down for that.
And we'll walk the streets and see if we can find this palanquin sitting outside.
Okay.
Say search until like 10.
Yeah.
And then go back to the inn if we can't find it.
Have you been back to the inn, like to your rooms, since you left for the day? Or
Mm-mm.
no. Okay.
I did not leave anything in there though.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Okay.
Yeah.
You search fruitlessly. I don't know. Yeah. Your efforts are fruitless, as you do not see a pelican on the side of the street anywhere.
Alright.
Hmm.
My buzz is wearing off. I can't find the stupid box.
We'll try again early in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
Let's go get more drunk.
Okay. I'm down for that as well. Let's do that.
We'll walk back to the inn,
Okay.
get a couple more pitchers each.
Just hanging down in the tavern room.
Mm-hmm.
Until probably, I don't know, midnight.
Probably midnight or 1.
Yeah, pretty late.
Yeah.
And then go up to the room.
Yeah.
Alright. You got the dragon with you, right?
I still have the dragon with me. I think.
As you enter your room, you like use the key to unlock the door. You're kind of like slightly drunk, so you're just like trying to get in there a couple of times. Like,
Hurry up, I have to pee.
like
Supposed to
Yeah.
use the window downstairs.
open the door and you see a man sitting on like edge of one of the beds, just staring at the door.
I didn't order a meat servant.
Do we have the right room?
I mean,
Back
my
out and
key
check.
works, so I think so. Go back, lock the door, go back up. Yeah, the key works. It's the right room.
Yeah, you see a rugged half-elf sitting there before you. It's like, finally you've returned. Now we can have our chat.
Tomorrow morning, I'm too drunk to
I don't know
chat.
who this is.
I don't either. Why are
Sorry.
you here?
I saw myself in it. He points to the window and it's like cracked.
Oh, that's why it's so cold in here.
He's gonna. I've been. Sorry, I didn't get this character. Comes off with like a gruff tone of voice and everything. I've been tracking you since way back in Greenest.
Why?
I think you have something that needs to be returned to its rightful place.
Hey, look, we saved all those villagers, but we kept as ours, okay?
I'm not talking about the gold or jewelry. In fact, I have no care for that or what the cult does with that.
She like holds onto the dragon as like puts her arms over the dragon, holding it.
We haven't had that since Greenest, though, have we?
I don't know. We went back to Greenest after I had it, yeah. I think so. For a night. The egg.
Was that Drake cave in Greenest? That we got
Yeah.
the egg out of? That was outside Greenest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we went back to Greenest.
Okay. Well, that would make sense.
That cloak is like drenched over, so like he can't see, but she's just like resting her hands on top.
Now, I know you have it with you. Sorry, fucking text attacks.
Got stuff.
Now, I'd like to see the world put back to its natural place, its natural order. That's why down the hall in my room, I have two quite large and shiny black stones, and I was looking for the third. He's going to look at both of you.
She sobers up really quick. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me.
Shit.
You carried it freely on your back for God knows how many miles. People are so stupid, they don't know what dragon eggs looks like. So he shakes his head like, he wasn't calling you stupid. He was
No,
talking
yeah,
about
I
like
know.
other people who just like saw it
Yeah.
on your back. Like, but I know what that was, and I'm wondering where you're keeping it now. I would like to return these beings to their rightful place, to their mothers and fathers, to make sure that they can grow as dragons and be what they're supposed to.
We don't have a black dragon.
I know.
Nah. You said something about
Where's
your black stones.
the third white egg? Where is it?
Oh, we don't have an egg either.
Don't listen to him. What is even your business
What?
with dragons? What do you know anything about this?
I may know a lot more than you, sweetheart, but God damn it, the Texas accent. Fucking shit. I hate everything. Just gonna hide down here. D&D's done tonight. We're over.
D&D's done.
Cancel.
Texas accent took us out.
I do know quite a lot about the cult of the dragon, and while I do wish they could be stopped, I'm more worried about what they've done with these eggs and how it could affect the future of dragons and the world. I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Delon Winterhound. My partners and I have been tracking the cult and trying to return the dragon eggs they stole to the rightful parents.
And why should I believe you?
Winterhound?
Yes. Delaan, Winterhound. So I'll show you the eggs if you're willing to believe me.
You're gonna show her your eggs?
Stand up, show you a sign.
That's our dominance.
He's gonna start by saying, my group of people, we've been watching the cult for a while now, and we agree something needs to be done. But many of them are too stubborn or let the world work in its slow ways ways that are too slow to combat this terror now. So I've decided to take an initiative to return these eggs home.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of noble.
Can I do an insight roll on him?
Sure.
I'm drunk, so I believe.
Nat 20.
Third eye opens.
You can tell that he's being sincere, like to the point of he's starting to tell you more and more information about himself to see if that's a way to get you to open up for his request. He's gonna say something along the lines of like, I did wonder if either of you had ever seen Laska. She followed your scent so easily the entire time.
Who is Laska?
She's probably out hunting in the woods over yonder right now, but she's a good girl.
The wolf.
Oh, yeah, we did see Waska. I honestly was like, yes, we just got totally stalked by something and completely missed it. I love that.
She contemplates for a minute, and she remembers the conversation that she had with Gormsh earlier, of Gormsh asking what I plan to do with this as it grows, and I had no idea, or before I didn't. And you see that she unties the rope from her waist that was holding the wormling in place, and she slowly starts to reveal the wormling that is wrapped around her, and she even for like a split moment as she's looking down at this wormling, she kind of tears up for a moment, and then swallows back her emotion, and I can't get too attached. And she unravels him. And I don't know if he has any resistance or if he's sleeping the whole time. And she holds out her hands with the wormling wrapped around her hands.
It's actually gonna wake up and like look at you and look over at Gormsh, just like blink, and it's gonna growl in Draconic and just ask safe, or is he safe? And he's actually gonna respond in Draconic back, say, I'm taking you to your rightful home, where you should learn to grow and live as a proper dragon or something like that. And Moth Dragon's going to crawl off your hand and into his, but he's going to turn around and take the gold out of his, like between his toes and lay it back in your hand. He's still got the necklace wrapped around his body.
I'm gonna take this gold and refuse to take it, and let him know that it's his.
He's just gonna take it back and slow blink and nod, and then kind of like scurry up onto his, like around his shoulder up here. Dylan's going to thank you for putting your trust in me with this small creature. I'll make sure he gets home safely. And then he's going to pull out from behind him. He's going to pull out 2 black roses, and as he hands them to you, you can see that it looks like there's acid dripping off the petals and off of the needles that are on the rose, dripping down onto his hands and forearms, but it doesn't look like it's hurting him. It doesn't look like it's hurting him at all or anything. He holds them out to each of you, one to each of you.
Perhaps is the acid still like dripping off of it?
As you guys grab it, it's still dripping and splashing onto your arms, but it doesn't. It's just a visual effect. There's no like wetness or anything.
Okay.
As soon as it like splashes and kind of after a few seconds of dribbling down your arm or something, it disappears.
Just remove that dragon.
Doesn't taste like anything.
he's going to tell you that he's just given you a chromatic rose.
Ooh.
If you present this in front of the right dragon, it may save you or help you in your endeavors.
Holy shit, okay.
I have been blessed with a few of these from the dragons themselves. I've been trying to help and track down their young. And that is in D&D Beyond, so you can add that to. I don't know
Oh,
if you
it
can add
is.
I don't know if you can add it as an item, but it is in there. It's also from The Wild Beyond the Witchland. When I saw it in there, I was like, I was just
That's
looking for something to give you guys.
Black chromatic rose. That's fucking cool.
You found it?
Yeah. While a black rose is held, it drips acid as a harmless visual effect. While holding the rose by its stem, you gain resistance to acid damage. If you would take more than 10 acid damage from a single source, after applying the resistance, the rose disintegrates and you take no damage instead. Oh, poor Thumper. As an action, you can blow the petals from the rose to produce a 20-foot cone of acid. Each creature in the cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 acid damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful. Using this property destroys the rose. Do you want it to include all of that stuff, or just the presenting it to a dragon kind of thing?
It has those effects.
Okay.
So if you do happen to present it, Delon is making it sound like presenting this rose might show that you're in league with Delon that you're working with.
Gotcha. Give us some favor. Physical brownie points. I like it.
My D&D Beyond's being weird. I can't look up anything. It's just,
Uh-oh.
that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
restarted.
Yeah. So,
There was an
Just-
update recently. Too.
oh, was there?
Just about done.
Cool.
Yes. I wish you the best on your journey north. It is long and treacherous, but I must be going now to get ahead of the caravan to come. He just kind of smiles and heads out to his room.
We will see you soon then.
She just bows at his exit, not saying a word. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional. It's just a wormling.
He's just like up over his shoulder, staring at you as he leaves.
Sweet.
A little tear glistening as he rolls down. No, I'm just kidding.
She's going to get into the bed of where the gentleman just exit. She's gonna crawl into that bed and she's gonna blow out the candle that was on the nightstand and she's going to cry herself to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gorm shall take the cloak she was using to hold him in and very, very meticulously and carefully search it for any small scales that might have fallen off of him.
You find one small white scale about the size of a dime.
Yeah.
You guys go to bed this evening and the next night as well, and you arise bright and early on, we'll just say Monday morning, to the sound of carts and chains and horses and commotion outside your window across the street at Celebon's, and you can see that there's people milling about. There's carts and people are loading things onto carts and wagons and getting horses ready, everything of the sort.
Okay.
that's where we're going to end it tonight.
I have one question.
What's the name of the episode? Actually?
Yes.
Did I write this on the wrong page? I started writing my notes on the wrong page.
Oh, no.
God damn it. I hate coming up with titles. I don't know, a heartfelt goodbye.
Oh.
Great session.
That was a good session. What a really good way to wrap up the dragon.
Thank you for letting me wrap up the dragon.
Brought Doe to tears. Miss little Mothy.
Yeah, moth dragon.
Gonna have to get added to your sleeve.
You know what? I already have a dragon on my leg, but I might get like a little small little white one.
A little baby white dragon.
Yeah.
It'd be so cute. Great session, man.
It was awesome.
Wasn't too shoppy of an episode, right? Not too bad.
Somebody wants in here.
My Yikawa now has a max damage of 15.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Time to double the stat.
Plus 7 to hit, and max damage 15.
I did have a D&D Beyond update.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see, so with if I get a crit with my triple dice, then my absolute maximum damage I can put out would be 45
Fuck me.
in one turn.
Oh boy.
No more blacksmiths.
No blacksmiths, they've all gone extinct. The cult has murdered them all.
Every single blacksmith. I love how you were like, you guys don't really have any money. You guys won't do much shopping. Here's 600 gold.
It's one of them sold.
Now you don't have much gold though.
Yeah,
I
now-
know it's got a good.
Well, now you gotta find somewhere else to sell the ring. And then you have gold again.
Oh.
I'll probably have to pawn that thing or something.
Next week I'm going to start implementing, at least for your journey. Actually, only for your journey. I won't do it many other times. But there is it's like the gritty realism way of calculating long rests.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna work a bit better for the trip. So the long rest is once every 7 days, and the short rest is like once a day or something. You get a
Okay.
short rest at the end of the day, and your long rest will be every 7th day.
7th day. Okay. Cool. We got a long rest to start it all here in town. Cool. Is that so like? So you're taking shifts through the night and stuff?
Because I wanted to try it out.
Sure.
Because there's encounters that happen along the way, but if I found like a little skip game online, if I play it That way, that you're just getting a long rest in between every encounter, and I want to make it a little more challenging than.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
You know, you could just go, you know, full out and use all of your spells and all of your whatever, and then rest, and then be ready for the next one. And I don't like that. So
Cool. I like the challenge.
I want to give it. You shouldn't have anything more than like 3 to 4 encounters. But yeah, sorry, we're still. You want to wrap up the stream before I start packing, but that's not really a stream. So.
Oh, that sounds really cool. I'm down for that. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on episode 18 of Hot DQ. I'm not sure what days I'll publish these since I'm doing every other Monday, but I guess I could do Friday. I don't know. I'll figure out the publishing schedule and start announcing it when I do that. But they'll be up on the YouTube here in a few days, so check it out there. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.